For this dish, you need 250 grams of Indian cottage cheese or paneer, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic roughly chopped, 2 medium onion diced this way, 2 medium tomatoes chopped into cubes, 2 bunches of spinach leaves washed and drained thoroughly, half a cup of fenugreek leaves, 4 to 5 green chilies, some sprigs of coriander, salt to taste, half teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 3 to 4 tablespoons of yogurt, 3 to 4 tablespoons of fresh cream. Heat oil in a wok, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Once it is hot, add the onions, give it a toss and leave it for 2 to 3 minutes. Once it starts changing the color, add green chilies to it. The reason why we are using 4 to 5 green chilies is that here we have not used red chili powder or black pepper powder. So this is the only thing which will make the gravy spicy. So it's up to you how much chilies you want to add. Now add spinach leaves to it. The traditional method of making palak paneer is to boil the spinach and then make puree out of it. But today we are not going to do it that way. Instead we are going to saute all the things and then blend it in a mixie. This will help in retaining all the nutrient values of the leafy vegetable. Now add fenugreek leaves to it. The color looks lovely. Now add coriander to it and give it a toss. Stir it for 2 to 3 minutes. Once the palak is soft and when it shrinks, add tomatoes to it. Keep it on high flame for a minute or so and then keep it on low flame for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Now I am going to cover it with a lid so that it cooks fast. Open the lid and check that it is cooking through and just see that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Now it seems to be cooked all through. Now we are going to close the flame and now we are going to blend it in a blender. Just make sure to cool it enough before putting into a blender or else it will burst out. Heat oil in a wok. Add ginger garlic. Once the ginger garlic starts changing its color, now add cumin seeds to it. When cumin seeds starts popping, now add the puree to it. Now add salt, garam masala and coriander powder. See, the color of the gravy looks amazing. You don't have to keep it on flame for much time because we have already cooked all the ingredients together. Now add yogurt to it and stir well. Now add cream to it. Now it's time to add cottage cheese or paneer. Now give it a toss very slowly so that the paneer doesn't break. Let it cook for a minute and then turn the heat off. Now a restaurant style palak paneer is ready to serve. It can be best served with plain naan or jeera rice. 2 medium potatoes grated and parboiled, 1 cup of mashed paneer, salt to taste, 1 finely chopped green chili, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon red chili flakes, half a teaspoon garlic and onion powder, some finely chopped fresh cilantro, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour or maida, 5 tablespoons of water and oil for frying. First up, mix the flour and water together and make a smooth consistency batter. It should not be very thick and it should not be very thin. Once it is done, keep it aside. Here I have pre-boiled my potatoes, and for doing this, boil the water. After it comes to boil, put the shredded potatoes in the water and let it boil for around 2 to 3 minutes until they are just tender. One thing you have to note, they should not be overcooked so that the potatoes don't become mushy. You should be able to peel the shredded potatoes. Once they are cooked, drain the water and pour some cold water over the potatoes. Now gently squeeze the excess water out of the potatoes, again making sure not to make the shredded potatoes very mushy, and put them in another container. Once that is done, add the other ingredients like mashed paneer, salt, chopped green chilies, black pepper powder, red chili flakes, garlic and onion powder and some finely chopped fresh cilantro, and mix everything nicely with the help of your hands. And now you can grease your hands with some oil and start making nice oval or cylindrical shaped tarts. Repeat the process for the entire batch. Once all the tarts are ready, keep it aside. Meanwhile, heat oil in a wok for frying. Now dip the potato tarts in the batter one at a time and slowly drop them into the frying pan. Turn them occasionally and fry the tarts until they become golden brown in color and crispy outside. Once they are done and golden brown in color, remove them with a slotted spoon on a kitchen towel. Now my lovely paneer potato tarts are ready. 250 grams of cottage cheese or paneer cut into triangles, 1 tablespoon of oil, 4 to 5 green chilies chopped, 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 2 to 4 dried red chilies, 4 to 5 cloves, 1/3 cup dry coconut pieces, 4 to 5 black peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, half a teaspoon of sesame seeds, 1 inch cinnamon stick, 2 green cardamoms, 2 onions finely chopped, 2 to 3 tomatoes pureed, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala powder, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, salt to taste, and some fresh chopped coriander. In a heating pan, add some oil, and now to this add the dried red chilies, cloves, grated dry coconut, black peppercorns, bay leaf, sesame seeds, coriander seeds, cinnamon stick, green cardamom, fennel seeds, and cumin seeds. Now mix well with the help of a spoon or spatula and let them roast for around 2 to 3 minutes. Don't overcook it. Now transfer this roasted masala into a grinding bowl and grind it well to make a fine paste or powder for around 4 to 5 minutes. Now our powder or the masala or the Kolhapuri masala is ready. Now keep it aside. Now heat up a pan and add the oil and add ginger garlic paste and saute well. Now add chopped onions and green chilies and let it cook for around a minute on low flame until soft. Next add the tomato puree, salt, red chili powder, turmeric powder and mix well. Cook for around 4 to 5 minutes and make a thick gravy until the oil starts coming out. If you want, you can cover it with the lid. Now add the prepared Kolhapuri masala and mix it. Also add in the garam masala powder and stir it for around 2 minutes. Add very little water at this point of time if you desire. Now finally add the paneer pieces and very little fresh coriander and mix gently with the help of a spatula so that the paneer doesn't break. Let it cook for another 1 minute until all the paneer is nicely coated with the gravy. Now serve it and you can garnish it with some more fresh coriander and a fried chili on top. 250 grams of paneer cut into cubes, 2 tablespoons of butter, boiled onion puree half a cup. Here I boiled the onions in the hot boiling water with salt for around 4 to 5 minutes and then I have made a puree out of it. This will help in making gravy very smooth and consistent. Ginger garlic paste 1 tablespoon, salt to taste, red chili powder 1 teaspoon, coriander powder 1 teaspoon, cumin powder 1 teaspoon, garam masala powder half a teaspoon, turmeric powder 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 cup of water or as desired, tomato puree 1 cup. For this also blanch the tomatoes in some hot boiling water and then remove the skin and then make it puree. Fenugreek leaves 1 teaspoon, fresh cream half a cup, cashew puree 3 to 4 tablespoons. For this, soak handful of cashews in 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk for around 1 hour and then blend it in a mixer. Pinch of food color, water as desired, fresh coriander to garnish. First heat a wok. Now add butter to it. Once the butter is nicely melted and bubbly, now it's the time to add onion puree to it. Stir in the onions puree nicely so that all the water contains goes away and it becomes little light pink in color. Once the onion has started changing its color, now it's the time to add ginger garlic paste to it and keep stirring for another 2 to 3 minutes until all the ginger garlic paste and the onion puree have incorporated well with each other. Once it has started changing its color, now is the time to add salt, red chili powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, garam masala, turmeric powder and give it a nice toss, mixing all the ingredients well. Make sure it doesn't get burned. So for this, add water immediately and then keep stirring it for another 2 minutes. When you see all the masalas and the onion puree have nicely incorporated with each other, now is the time to add tomato puree to it and give it a toss. Now cover it with the lid and keep it on low flame for around 10 to 15 minutes. Now I am going to remove the lid. When you see that the tomato puree has reduced to half and it has started oozing out the oil, now is the time to add fenugreek leaves to it and again give it a toss for a minute. Now add fresh cream to it, stir it for another 1 to 2 minutes and now add the cashew puree and again toss it for around 1 to 2 minutes. Now I am going to add a pinch of food color. This is perfectly optional if you want to use it or you don't want to use it. I am adding a very little water to it. You can add the water as per your need. Finally, I am going to add the paneer cubes into it and nicely toss it with all the curry so that all the paneer is nicely coated with the gravy. Finally, I am going to garnish it with fresh coriander. Now my lovely, creamy, rich paneer makhani or paneer butter masala is ready to plate now. I am going to plate it with some fresh coriander on top and some grated paneer.